Hey guys, so we're about to enter the second week of Advent, and as I said in the last video, this is the time to prepare for the coming of the Lord. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. This second week is all about faith, and we remember the trek that Mary and Joseph made to Bethlehem with the Bethlehem Candle. Think about the enormous journey that they had to make in order to get to Bethlehem. There weren't any cars, no taxis, no Ubers, just a donkey. Imagine taking a donkey to your destination that's hundreds of miles away. Probably wouldn't be very fun. And then on top of that, when they finally got where they were going, they were turned away by the innkeeper. But they made do. They were told that they could rest in the stable with the animals. As we enter the second week of Advent, let's remember how Mary had the faith to say yes to God. Soon enough, we'll celebrate the Immaculate Conception on December 8th, the feast day that we remember how Mary was conceived without sin. Such an important day, because it reminds us how truly holy the Mother of God is. But let's also remember our faith. It's so important to remember our faith during this time, because some people get a little too caught up in all the Christmas lists and the presents that they forget what makes this time special. Faith can simply be knowing the truth of God. But let's talk about what St. Francis de Sales says about faith. He says that there are 4 parts: what we should believe, what we should hope for, what we should love, and what we should do. What we should believe is included in a prayer that we call the Apostles' Creed, a prayer proclaiming our faith to God. What we should hope for is in the Our Father, a prayer given to us by Jesus that includes all we should hope and ask God for. What we should love is the greatest commandment. Love the Lord with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. What we should do is hung on the 10 Commandments, rules given to us by God to keep us in good moral standing. But what about active faith? Active faith is your actions in everyday life. In addition to Mass, classes, and learning about God, do you spread your faith in everyday life? Do you practice your faith at home through prayer? Do you participate in the sacrament of reconciliation by confessing your sins? Or do you serve your community? Each one of those things are part of keeping your faith active. Being a Catholic is special, and part of being a good standing Catholic is keeping your faith active. During this time, try to find it in your heart to do something that helps a person in need. Even if it's something small, you could volunteer to help the homeless, or even just donate $1 to that local guy who's ringing the bell. Every little bit helps. And if you want to know more about faith, we're coming up on another feast day on December 6th, St. Nicholas. Read about his story, a great example of faith in action. Last week, I asked you to think about why Christmas was important to you. This week, think about what your favorite part of Christmas time is. Is it going to Mass? Is it family? Is it exchanging gifts with people? Is it the music? Or is it the overwhelming sense of peace that some people get during this holiday? When you think about what it is, say a little prayer and ask for a blessing for that special little thing that you really enjoy during this time. I'll see you guys next week during the 3rd week of Advent.